Father of slain admission seeker breaks down in tears, demands justice.
I broke down in tears yesterday, and I mean it in all sincerity. This 18-year-old Monsura that was shot by the police again.
It's quite sad.
We keep hearing these things. She was hit by a stray bullet, and she was shot in her own compound, because I heard the mother's account. Apparently, I think they were chasing some miscreant or whatever
some criminals,
some criminals, and then she was shot in her own compound.
And she was just helping her mother to pack things inside.
And according to her mother, she said that the policeman kept saying, "I'm going to shoot too. I'm going to shoot." So we don't know in what state he was in. We don't know whether he was drunk. We don't know whether he was high. We now have to keep asking, what kind of training do we give our policemen? It's not enough to put a gun in a man's hand and show him the trigger and tell him not to point it at himself. You have to train the brain. A policeman who chases a thief into a compound knows that he cannot be shooting anybody in that compound. If the thief gets away, so be it. How do you pull a trigger in a compound? You're chasing him from the street, you ran into a compound. No policeman that I know anywhere in the developed world will take a shot in that kind of place. Except, of course, if it is to save his life.
You know what's most appalling? Like, she was shot in the leg, in her legs, 2 legs, and she bled out.
She bled out, and because of the first hospital they took her to, because of the doctor strike, they had to move her to another hospital.
This is what we talk about all the time.
Because of the doctor strike, they had to move her. Something tells me that if that woman, the lady, had gotten treatment initially,
oh sure.
Okay.
Most likely.
She'll be at the very worst, she might lose her 2 legs.
At the very worst.
But now, look at our country.